Britain is preparing to invest $160 billion in the development of offshore wind farms. And just moments ago, in fact, the UK announced the winners of licenses for the world's biggest wind program. Germany's RWE, Norway's State Oil, and Centrica, the UK's largest utility company. We partner with the Financial Times to bring you Lex on Bloomberg so you can get a sneak peek at the FT's flagship column a day early. Joining me now is Lex Templeman, live from the FT's Lex desk in London. Luke, let's start with this. What do these licenses and the power that's going to come online from these wind farms mean for the UK energy supply?
Yeah, good morning. Well, this is the UK's third and largest wind power tender. And as you mentioned before, companies from all over Europe have clamoured to get a piece of this £100 billion pie in Gordon Brown's announcement today. Now, just to give you an idea of the size of this project, once it's fully operational, it's expected to generate about 25 gigawatts of power, and that's the equivalent of about 17 coal or gas-fired power stations. So this will go a long way to helping the UK achieve its goal of producing 15% of its energy from sustainables over the next decade.
Luke, let's talk about the economics of this project. How do they stack up relative to what it costs to get energy from other sources, say?
Yeah, well, the short answer is not very well. I mean, offshore wind is a particularly expensive form of alternative energy. It's much more expensive than onshore wind or nuclear or biomass alternatives. And because of this, wind farms really have the potential to reduce overall productivity. I mean, adding substantial wind capacity to the electricity system makes it a lot less efficient, and that's because existing capacity needs to be retained in order to protect against the variability from wind output. Now, Citigroup thinks that this could mean that productivity decreases by about a third over the next decade. Now, in addition, maintenance costs are very high. Remember, we're talking about offshore wind farms 120 miles off the coast in the North Sea, a particularly hostile place at this time of year. So if a turbine breaks down at, say, the beginning of winter, it could be months before a rescue team can make it out to repair it.
Okay, so the economics definitely don't sound very compelling. You have to ask the question, why is this the preferred plan then?
Right, well, first of all, turbines out at sea can be much, much bigger than onshore turbines, and that means that they can generate a lot more power without being eyesores. Now, second, from an economics point of view, this plan is expected to create about 60,000 jobs over the next decade. And third, it is hoped that, you know, as these subsidies come into play, as companies are generating these turbines, the industry will mature, and that will mean costs come down. And this could come down by about a third by the time they should be finished being installed towards the end of the decade.
Now, with about 30 seconds to go, Luke, is that really the argument here, that it's the prospects that wind farms and other forms of green power offer for the fairly distant future that make them worth investing in now?
Sure. Well, I mean, the EU already has its carbon price mechanism, which a lot of people have said will increase, and that will provide additional incentive. But it's really just the investments like these and subsidies that really encourage companies to invest in new technology to produce the kind of industrial output that's needed.
Luke, we've got to end it there. Lex Templeman from the FT's Lex desk.